Disco Halal A&R sessions with Moscow.
We made it.
Finally.
Right.
Thank you.
1 second. Okay. How should I call you? Mimo?
Oh, as you prefer, yeah. Mimo.
Whatever you feel like. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well,
How do your friends call you?
my real name is Domenico.
Domenico is a good name. I like Domenico.
Yes, but in Italy we used to short the names and ruin the names, actually.
Yeah.
So from Domenico, I don't know for which reason, it became Mimmo. So they all know like Mimmo and Mo.
Mo is good. Mo is good. For me, nobody shorted my name. Not yet. But it's okay.
But yours is already short, right?
Sorry?
Your name is already short name.
Yeah, I mean, I never use my original name. I use my last name for everything. That's very old school mentality to use your last name for everything. Anyway, welcome to the Disco Halal A&R show, everybody. Good to see you after a long break. No Monday this week, but today I got MOBLACK with me from MOBLACK Records. Where are you now, by the way? I didn't ask you.
Thank you.
Really, we have a little pre-show chat, so I know a few basic stuff, but now we have the pre-show chat in front of everybody, in front of the whole Disco Halal and our sessions community here on Twitch. Whoever is watching us on Facebook, you feel free to come to the Twitch if you have demos, Twitch TV/Disco Halal. And yeah, so where am I catching you?
I'm in my hometown, close to Naples, between Naples and Salerno, Italy.
What's the name? I have a lot of friends there in this area, in Nocera, and this kind of.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm very close to Nocera, 5 kilometers maybe.
What's the name?
Angri.
What's the name of the place?
Angri.
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 It's in. It's closer to where?
It's close to Nocera. Nocera, maybe 10 kilometers, even less.
It's in the whole. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Next to. I see now. Next to Pagani.
Yes. Wow. You know the area.
Yeah, I've been there many times because of my friends that live in Nocera. So we've been many times. We always go to Salerno to eat, and they took me all everywhere around. You know, very close. So you're very close to the mountain.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Can you see the mountain from your house, or?
Yes, I have a mountain on my left, and on my right you can see Vulcano, Vesuvio.
Yeah.
Because I'm very close to Pompeii. 1 hour from Salerno, 1 hour from Sorrento, 1 hour from Naples, and from Amalfi Coast. I'm in the middle.
So very a very how do you call it, explosive area for many reasons. I would say the best food in Italy for sure, and by far I don't know who's listening, but by far the best people that I met, the best mentality, of course, because specifically coming from Tel Aviv, it's the closest to the mentality we have with the Mediterranean, different side of the Mediterranean. So I'm guessing the whole love for African music came from. I mean, you were born in this area?
Yes.
Yeah, you said hometown, so it's okay. People say hometown now; it's like already means something else. Where they moved at some point. So I'm guessing in Naples there was a big explosion of African music and stuff like this.
No, not really. my experience comes straight from Africa. I was in Ghana from 2003 to 13, like 10 years.
Oh wow.
I lived there because I got a job different, not music.
Yeah.
So, but during my free time, I used to meet my, musicians, producer, DJs, and from there I start to know more about Afro kind of stuff, music.
How did what what drew you to the club world? In this constellation. Of course, African music. But what drew you? Because most of the music, even though it's incorporating a lot of African elements, but it's also club like house music. So what can you tell us about the origins of your career in the club world?
Yeah, during my time spent in Ghana, I was in Accra, and I experienced the first playing the club over there in radio,
Mm-hmm.
and I start to listen this first Afro house music from Angola and from South Africa. It was really that age still. The beginning is no, it was not really. It's not known. It was not known. In fact, it
Yeah.
sounds so new at my ears that I was really immediately in love of this sound. But at that time, it was really strong Angola.
Yeah.
Angola was DJF mainly. There were a lot of compilation with this kind of Angola Afro house sound, and then gradually I discovered South Africa. It came after South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, South Africa is huge, and Angola, so and so. They
Yeah.
are, don't know the reasons, but
Money. I'm guessing money.
no. I mean, I know the reason why South Africa, but not Angola, because Angola was really huge in the
Yeah.
past. But they've been not able maybe to develop to update the sound.
Okay.
This is the thing, because I think music as a life always evolve. There's
Mm-hmm.
always sure new elements, and when you are stuck, when you are, you don't evolve the sound, then it's difficult. You can continue to be on the top. So I mean, it's okay to also to hear and to have a classic sound, because here, especially what they call this Afro, there is kind of everything inside. There is more classic, the underground, deep, and also more progressive and the techno.
But before you went to Ghana, you were never a DJ?
Always been a DJ.
No, so that's why I'm asking. So before Ghana, what
Always
kind
been. No, I mean, okay, I want to explain you some, because like everybody, DJ is something like when you love music, you love from when you are young, very young. It's not something that becomes a passion. I think the passion for music comes really young, even very, very maybe really from when you are born, maybe 5 years, 7, 10 years. You start already feeling this, and for me it was like that. At 15 years old, I already start to go on the radio FM of my place, and I have a lot of experience on the radio FM, maybe from 15 to 30 years. The time I left for Ghana, I always do programs as a speaker and the DJ selecting, but most of my job was selecting music. And I think this is why maybe I discovered myself to be a good music producer, AR manager, for the label.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like selecting music, what I receive from, from the demo. So it's like in the radio, how you select the music. It's like a DJ, how you select the music before a performance.
Yeah.
I think it's most of our job. It's very important, the selection, because the selection is everything. And just thanks for this experience, because really, I was really still now, but I don't have any more time to do a daily program on any radio.
Yeah.
But I'm still in love because radio has a really very nice fashion. I mean, it can teach you a lot, even the way to approach the audience, the listen, the music, every kind of music, because the radio give you the possibility to be exposed to a range of music that you don't even know that exists. You know, you discover new music, new style, everything. So, and this plus my 10 experience in Ghana make me, have this kind of in mind to start to think, to do something, to develop new sounds. Because for me, when I heard these new sounds from Angola, South Africa, was really something new. I was really, wow, very impressed.
Sound, you mean traditional music or club music or
Every,
electronic music?
everything, because also my initial idea was uh, to push to launch this sound they used to listen there in Europe. Okay, and the most were traditional. Some others were more modern, but a kind of hip hop, not really house, not really house music or electronic. So I always thought maybe if this traditional song can be worked, can be remixed, or can be,
Yeah.
combined with more modern and electronic sound, it could work also in Europe and for the rest of the world. And actually, this is what I did from the beginning. So of course, I'm not the only one. I'm not the first one. Before me, there were a few examples. For example, I remember already the first Culo de Song production on Innervision, for example.
Yeah.
Already Manu was doing great with his sound, more house, but already kind of goes in electronic. So when before I started the lab, I had these few examples, but it was not that popular at that time. Most of the what so-called Afro house was too much soulful house, soulful Afro, and for me, honestly, it was kind of boring, so because even this is the reason why at that time the Afro house was considered more like cocktail music, for pre-party, not ever taken seriously in consideration for a dance floor, for a club, for also mainstream. And
I think a lot to be said about. I mean, Henrik Schwartz, for example. I think for me, he's always been the leading person in bringing this sounds kind of back. I mean, if I look at the history, it's another generation of tribal house, the New York house, and that was the same kind of. The elements were less in your face, like they are now, unless you bring the original artists, and singers and then remixes like that. But the vibe was like that. It was very tribal. That's what the name of it is, tribal house or New York house. That was the vibe in the early 2000s, I guess, late 90s. And for me, for example, when I heard, like you said, on Innovisions, that was same thing. Of Henrik Schwartz, he did I think he one of the. I don't remember other names because it wasn't. I wasn't too much, thinking about this back then. But I remember Henrik kind of whatever he did was always sounded also amazing. So it transcended above the. For me, it transcended above the whole kind of, okay, this is from Africa or something. Is also sounds sonically amazing, and the groove is incredible.
Yeah, that's what I said. There were already great examples, but a few of them really, really not that much. But It's a little bit different, the mood from this, what you call tribal of years ago. And each country has different way to consider this musical house, because American is different from Europe and from, as I said, even between the same Africa, Angola and South Africa is totally different vibe. So there is some differences. And but what I like to give more that techno sound to these traditional African instruments of vocals.
Yeah.
So that's why I start slowly to insist and to be very consistent, because from the 2013, in almost 8 years, I have more than 400 releases, because I was able to release every week the same sound, the same, and I was pushing a lot. At the same time, Traxos want me to curate the Afro House genre, because I was doing well with the label. So they said, why you can also help us with our genre. So I was collaborating with them like 3 years. And during that 3 years, I was also there able to push more techish, sound of Afro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and it helps a lot also to push the Beatport to also open the Afro House, because before was not there. If you remember, Afro House genre was launched by Beatport only in 2018. So during my job at Traxsource, then Beatport opened the Afro House section, because I believe because of this more technos electronic sound, because we all know that between the two portals, they are really good portal. One maybe is more into soulful, another one is more into electronic taste. It's probably they have some of different audience, and so I think this more techno and electronic sound of Afro also convinced Beatport to open to this genre. And of course, also what was happening with the Black Coffee, all this South African scene, the back that now is huge.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but if I would say Black Coffee is not playing Afro house, is playing.
What's happened? If you remember, even
most of the South African DJs now that I hear, I don't remember them playing. I don't know, like Afro or South African house. They played European house, like everybody else. European, American house. It's kind of mix of everything. So it's not. I always. I wonder if even though I'm thinking in my head, if Black Coffee is from South Africa, and is easy. People think of him as DJ of Afro house, because he's from there. You know what I mean? That's something that I don't really accept, in this kind of situation, this kind of like generalizing people.
This is completely wrong. In fact, it's not. It should not be like that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not Afrikaans, but I'm doing well in this genre, right?
Yeah. So no, not about you. I'm talking about like, for example, if you take Black Coffee, which is the biggest example of DJ that came out of the continent, that people generalize him as playing Afro house. When you hear him play, he doesn't play Afro house. He's playing the same as anybody else, in the circuit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. In fact, I want to tell you this, because even what we call today Afro house, it's not even correct, according to me. We could call it anything else, because honestly, in most of also my releases, there is nothing of Afro house as we used to consider Afro house.
Yeah.
It can be more electronic, it can be techno, it can be more melodic house and techno, for example. It can be organic. So the problem today is everybody needs to give you a tag, to tag you in something. So maybe just because you are from Africa, you play Afro house. If you come from another place, that is not actually the case. In fact, I remember in the same Black Coffee, at the beginning, he said, I play everything. But even now, he plays everything. But initially, actually, it was even play more the deep or more. They also don't like to be considered like Afro House DJ. most of African, South African artists, they play deep house, or they consider the music deep house. Maybe we consider the music Afro house for the
Yeah.
same reason. That is completely wrong, of course.
Yeah. I feel like now when I hear this genre, when you like said these names of the stores, literally anything that has percussion on it and a bass line, which is not a normal house bass line, they consider Afro house. That's the funny thing. It's not even about. I would like if it was Afro house, it was like, with African artists on it, for example, and call it Afro house. It feels like, what does it even mean? Well, that's what I ask myself. I ask myself, it's not about Afro house. I ask myself about all the genres. What does it even mean? Like indie dance and stuff like this doesn't mean anything. But I would say specifically when you say Afro, there is a reason. Indie, okay, all of us are indie because we're not major labels, so we're all indie and we're all making dance music. I don't know. I don't. It's today. People need this to like put things in boxes. I understand it because it makes easier for the algorithms and for searching and whatever. But
Yeah, in fact,
where I'm when I'm listening to music, I never categorize it. Even though when I send it out, sometimes I release music and then they put it in dance electronic, or they put it in organic house, or they put it in this stuff. I don't even know what it is. I've never considered something organic. It didn't grow without any. Everybody's making with computer the music, so it could never be organic. It's not like it grows without pesticides and shit like that.
yeah,
Whatever.
honestly with you, we should not give too much importance
No.
to these names, because at the end of the day are just names that the store needs to put you to
Yeah.
easily direct their own customer to choose what they like.
Yeah.
But as I always said, once then you download the music from the store, just forget about the genre and play whatever you like to play. Okay, because it's really ridiculous. Today we are still there fighting Afro House, Afro Lat. Now the issue of Latin House under Afro House, but what's the problem? I mean, at the end of the day, it's music. So you download whatever you like. The genre, it needs only for you to find what you like in a easy way. Because imagine also without the different genre, how was difficult to find the music that you like in the store. So,
Yeah.
but we should use it as a means to help us to find what we like. But at the same time, once we download, you should not more give too much importance, because if you find the Afro house, that means it's Afro house, and if you don't find the track in another genre, you may not like it. We should not be influenced that much, because that is only a guide for us to find what we may like. But after that, we should really don't even discuss about the genre. Because honestly, me too, I am known in Afro house. Most of the things that I do, they will put it in Afro house because it sells. But I know some of them are not Afro house. But
Yeah.
I don't care, because whatever. I mean, for me, it's important to reach as much people reach. Now, if the store thinks it's good in Afro house, I'm fine. If they think it's good in melodic, I'm still fine. Whatever
Yeah.
they see that is strategic, that is good to sell, because at the end of the day, this is the objective of everybody. No, the store must sell. We must also sell, and this is the important things. Of course,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, that is the thing. We should not dare fighting Afro here and there, because this is a never-ending story, a never-ending issue.
To be honest, I'm amazed that they didn't cancel this term yet to say Afro in general. But where's the origin of this? This it makes no sense, even the origin, because if you think about Afro, what is Afro? Afro is the hairstyle, you know.
And look, even at the origin, I also, when they talk about the Afro, I will not go that much back in the days, talking always about the generator. We all know about the history of house music, and that everything comes from Africa in terms of jazz, blues, everything. So what's then the issue?
America, I would say, but yeah.
It's not only Afro. So this is the point. even again, and the same Black Coffee said in an interview a long time ago, what we are doing now is something different, it's something new. They want to call it Afro House, fine, but it's really something new. The sound that we are putting out today, it has not been done in the past.
Yeah.
Of course, me as a label, sometimes I go from the more classic sounds to this new one, but we should not always stay there to say this and that, because the music, it's like life, it's a continual evolution, and also like the different people that traveling more, globalization, and all this mix of culture, of experience, of people, it's reflecting in the music. That's why I'm not surprised if good tunes of Afro comes from Germany. It's normal for me.
Yeah.
Because there is a huge community of Afro, but not only, because also we are influenced of this music. I am influenced because I've been there, I've been in Africa, but I could also be influenced, in fact, as you said, in Naples, because also in Naples there is a culture, African
Huge
culture.
African culture, yeah.
There is a community, big community. So that's why we should not be always there to see, we did it, or you did it. This is, for me, it's
No, I'm
stupid.
just saying, I feel bad that we're going with this. I'm saying in general, as label owners and people that make the music, that we are enabling shops or things to categorize or tag us as some stuff. I mean, I won't mind if you call it African house, for example, but like I remember as Disco Halal, some of the music they used to call it Habibi house. With all the respect, fuck you and your Habibi, because we're way more than Habibi house. And I would say the same if I was you, fuck you with your Afro house, because we make music. We make music that people with their sweat and tears, they fucking were slaved for many years, and all they had was sound, and they made something out of themselves.
Look,
with all due respect, I'm saying it.
I learned one thing when I was in Africa: open your mind, because Africans, they have open-minded. African means really open-minded. So if you have open-minded, you really don't care about this, about that. You really follow your flow. You put it out what you like. Then let the people say whatever they want. Afro, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care. In fact, I don't want even to be involved anymore in this discussion. I really want to continue to select and to release what I like, because at the end is what I did from the beginning. For me, the approach to the music, to my projects, has been always more eclectic, not only what they want to, by all means, call always Afro House.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see, also I go beyond the Afro House, always trying to select what sounds good to my ears. Then, if it has always some Afro elements, it's not my fault. I mean, but it's still, I don't know if it makes sense, but it's still okay.
It's part of what you like, It's part of who you are. It's not.
Also, sometimes when I reject a demo, and that is maybe similar to something else that I already released, they say, why? This is similar to the one that you just released. Why? That one is good, this one is not good. And what I said, that's the reason, just because it's the similar. Because if I am in front of two demo, one that I already known, and one more experimental, something new. I always prefer something new, something more experimental, because give me more excitement. Always to release always the same thing. So when it's possible, I try always to differentiate, always to select what is as something original, something special. I think this is what all the label does. But especially in my case, that most of the music is considered Afro house. I have to work even more, to always offer something that even if it's considered Afro house, but he has always something, special, something more, something a little bit different. And as I said, I select also as a DJ select the music when he go to play in a club. I try always to also to flow some kind of voyage, some kind of trip through my releases.
Yeah.
This only not only with the sound, but also with the image, with the covers. As you see, I also like to select nice artworks, and because I think it's everything mix everything together. Everything goes. This is the way I consider the label. Then, of course, there are 1,000 ways to manage a label. So each of us, we have our own opinion, but I decide to focus on this music and to develop this and
Let's start listening to music then, and see if we find something we like instead of talking about the. I mean, I would just say, when whatever you said, the same thing, and it's like, the focus should be about music, and the category always there will be people to categorize us. It doesn't matter. but also we have the say in this, that we don't want to be categorized in this kind of stuff. It's our choice also. I don't know. It's just kind of, that's how the world works. You can be very you can be a pioneer in your place, and then they keep you. Nobody remembers anything else you do. They keep you in your pioneer spot, which is good also. It's also not bad.
And also, the people should understand that the genre also changed during the years. What was called in the past, deep house, is not what is called today deep house.
It's not even deep house if you think about it.
Yeah. That's I want to say again, to not give too much importance to this fucking genre, because today it's called like this, tomorrow they will call other. So what is the problem? The problem, we should really concentrate on selecting the best for us, for our people, for everybody, for the interest of everybody, because we should keep the house music alive, but only with the good selection.
Yes.
That's all. There is no barriers. There is no. Look, I am doing, I think, good job with the label. Nobody teach me anything. So it's something that or you feel it or not. It's not something that you go to school and you become me. When it's about arts, because what we are doing is art. I think, like all the arts, it's something that you have it or not. Some people can teach you something, right? Maybe to improve. But if you are a disaster even with the diploma, even with, you know what I mean? So this is the thing.
All right, let's start hearing music before. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm here today with MOBLACK. By the way, I want to remind you guys that the remix competition is still ongoing. All the details in our Discord. You probably already know it. Don't forget, you need to subscribe to be a part of it, and to share and whatever and everything But let's hear some music. Let's see what we got. Omri is good shot. First track. Let's hear what we have. with the good start. Oh, sorry. Very good start, at least. What's sorry, 1 second. Go ahead. I need to fix the mic for a second.
Mhm. So, but this is a demo for me or for you?
In this show, it's a community. There's no mine or yours. Here we
No,
listen to music. The whole purpose of the show is not about. It is about finding music, and like I don't know if you saw, we do a weekly selection that I release on Bandcamp and some stuff, and of course a lot of other labels have signed stuff from here. But it's more us supporting the artist and trying to give some of our insights for them to go in a direction that we believe in. That's what I see.
okay, that's very good. No, because I want to understand which, how can I help? I mean,
First of all, you can say if you like it or not, or if you would listen now as a demo, what are you saying about it? It's what do you think? You put it outside, you put it in words. That's all.
yeah. This is that demo that when if I receive the demo, immediately I don't even need to listen the all the time. Very honestly, I don't want to be, but misunderstand. But sometimes you really need to listen a few minutes. When something I really feel is for my label, then I will take more time. I will listen the whole track to see if fits 100% my label. The thing is that now more than in the past, I need to do more selection, because more demo you receive, you are forced to do more selection. Okay, so that's why my choice are also influenced on the release schedule that is very tight. That's why I will need really to approve that special ones. Okay, so this one, for example, is good. I think it will work also on the dance floor. But I don't feel it. I don't feel it represented by this sound. It does not fit for what I'm doing 100%. Okay, it's something, way of, but
let's try to approach it. I'm trying not to do this kind of for me or not. It's more, that's why if we had the chat before, I would explain myself better about this. It's more about what we can bring the artist more than what the artist can give us. What do you think this was missing? You're a person that listens to, I get on the show guests that
I will try to come in there. For me,
okay.
I think it needs, my opinion, it needs more character. I like when a track has more, I wouldn't say originality, but more character. Something. This one is it's similar to many other tracks. I don't feel that something that is a wow. That it does not give me that excitement. So that's why I will always try to release and to put it out something that it's something different from others, that make my music original, unique. I don't know how to say. So that's why I said at the beginning, this is good, we'll work on dance for, but it's not a track that I personally would release. But that doesn't mean it's not good. It means that in fact, I explain also why. But if I can give a suggestion to the artist, I always try to tell them to always to put more character. I want to hear their personality in the track. You know what I mean? So this track, I may wrong, but this track, I don't feel that strong personality. Maybe it comes in a different, because unfortunately I don't know the artist. It's the first time I hear. Maybe he has other tracks more with more character, so this is my opinion. Is not. It's not only related to this one. I want to clarify. I'm not giving an opinion on the. It's far for me giving an opinion in general on the artist. I respect a lot, because I know what it means producing a track. I know what it means hours of time spent behind the computer and
Okay,
everything.
we're not their parents. It's okay. I don't need to. If it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
If you
So
didn't like it, you didn't like it. It's okay. If it's missing some stuff, that's why I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying in the show so we get more to the, to touch the things in a more productive way. And it's kind of, this needs maybe a more hook. This needs something like this. This has a good base, but it's missing some stuff. This, the feeling. Of course, it's demos, so it's never. I don't know. Any track that was amazingly finished. In the first try that somebody sent for somebody else to listen. As an A&R, I'm sure also you always work with your artists about their tracks and not just releasing straight what they're sending you, as demos. But I'm saying that's the vibe, that we need to approach. I think the tune was very nice, and like you, if it's missing a few stuff, I will listen after again, and I will try to understand if I can help. Because I couldn't really put my finger on what it's missing, because it's also not really my style of music. So it's not something I could really relate to. Let's listen to the next one.
Thank you.
I love cat synths. The one thing, I mean, I think it's really cool. I think it sounds really good. I didn't like the fact that it changed between the scales. It was Can You Feel It, the Jackson 5s, and then became Midnight Express. Somehow I didn't like the change. I think it should choose between the two of them. Other than that, it sounds good. A lot of people now, they don't have clubs. Everything sounds like a good soundtrack, because it's broken beats and stuff like that. I think it's nice. It's really nice.
Honestly, I was enjoying till the break. It was really good. I
Yeah.
was really feeling, but then on that break, I think something may also change, because it's like give you a lot of energy and then suddenly going down.
Yeah, it's a break. I don't know for what. It's a break.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
it doesn't give you, at least to me, it did not give you a good feeling. I would expecting something else in that particular
Yeah.
break.
I think it was right. The break is right, but it's not the right direction to go. I would make it shorter. I would make it much shorter, and I would make it. First of all, it's very long. From 5 minutes, it's 30 seconds. It's more than 10% of the track. It's a break, and I don't like this major minor together because it sounds Turkish in the vibe, but in the back it's very happy, but it's not sad. It's happy, and it's not even weird together. It's just bad choice of notes. That's what I think, and it's too long. The whole drum roll to coming, building. I don't know for what.
But
I
then
know what's gonna happen.
But then crescendo is good. This crescendo is really good.
Yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't need a whole. It's good to build to a crescendo, but there is a way to build it without being so obvious. That we're going to a crescendo. If a crescendo just comes sometimes, it's great also. But I just think in this case, the small stuff doesn't matter, but it's just the melody itself. It doesn't work for me together. For me, of course.
Yeah, this is the limit, because this is for you. It could not be the same for others. I think the difficulty of us in if you want to, of course, we can give our opinion, whatever.
It's only my opinion. That's the beauty about it. It's my show. It's my opinion. People can respect it and trust it, because me and myself and the guest that comes here, they're all very acclaimed and established label owners and DJs and producers, and they've been in this, and people here are here to listen to this feedbacks. And maybe if the person that has heard what we say, we'll be like, okay, I'm going to change the melody and it's going to work better. Good. It's okay. I understand. With all the respect, we can put aside the fact that it's music or electronic music or whatever. There always, like you said, this feeling. Either you feel it or you don't feel it. I felt it like you. Then the break came, and they took away this feeling. And then when it came back, I couldn't really connect to it again.
Exactly.
That's all.
But
I can, in a professional point of view, I can tell also the reason. And for me, the reason is the melody. The melody is wrong for this. It's different, too different. That's what I think. That's all.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I don't agree on the duration. I mean, it can be so long, it can be fine, but the problem is what you create in that space. Okay, it's not a matter of it should be shorter or longer. The break can be longer, can be okay if there is the right melody in between. So
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah, but overall, I think the track is very good, and I think it has a huge potential to be something very special. If if they change some stuff, or maybe it will be special even if they don't. I think it would be better if they do. That's all. That's the whole. We've been doing this show. This is the show number with guest 38 or 37, and we've been listening to. I don't know how many if you saw some, but we've been listening here, me and the people, the viewers, and today there's a little less, usually more. That doesn't matter. We've been listening to a lot of music. It's good to have this kind of feedback system. That's all.
Each step I take, I wait for you. Each step I take, I wait for you. With each step I take, I'm waiting for you. I remember your black hair standing against your white dress. Each step I take, I wait for you. Each step I take, I wait for you. With each step I take, I'm waiting for you. I remember your black hair standing against your white dress. One time we first met, the time I can never forget. Looking into the sun, searching for life. Together we'll be fine. We must hide to take the numbers and letters that create the sea. That distance won't be mine, won't be enough for you, for me. It grows so high still, swim the largest pool. With each axis of the sun radioactive, wanting you. I wait, I keep waiting for our souls to combine. I wait for you. Missing time, missing time, missing time. These dreams won't stop of you and I. Each step I take, I wait for you. Each step I take, I wait for you. Shh. The stars from the heavens keep shining, and the light.
First tune I liked very much. Yes.
the best so far.
Yeah. Personally, I thought it would be that something in the middle didn't work for me in because of the again the notes. It's nice, but it just felt maybe because the mix it was very high in the mix. The instrument I forgot the name. It's like a saz or something like that. But other than that, really nice. And the first track I really liked
No,
more
no,
even.
well done. Both of them good
Yeah,
one.
very special, very authentic, and very good stuff.
This is what I mean, authentic with the character, with the more personality.
Yeah,
This,
exactly.
this is an example,
Yeah, Canvas. Okay, yeah. So very similar, I think. Similar instrument to it. And yeah, thanks for sending and thanks for coming. And I don't know, maybe the first track, there's something we can do about it with the weekly because it's a very kind of what I'm after, more musical, less very
Standing
good,
against your
very
white
mantra,
dress.
great artwork also. It really transcended me to a different space. That's what I like when I hear music. To feel in different place.
Mhm.
All right.
I agree with you. No, this is there's nothing to say on this. You see, when you feel it, you feel it. There's nothing to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm guessing this is more from the feedback point of view if it's a remix because I can't really, it's not really A&R, but I like what this guy is making usually when he sends, so it's interesting to hear.
I also like this. This one is also good.
Yeah, very, very good atmospheric kind of. I don't know the story about L'amour, so if you want to tell us what's the story behind this, but yeah, it was very good, very well made. But if it's a remix, it's something that we can do with it because I'm guessing it's for something else. Let's see what's next.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth
What's missing here for me, I would say that to put a nice melody on top of it, and it's a great Balearic kind of space Balearic kind of vibe. And I think the vibe is there. It's just missing the kind of meat in it, for me at least.
Yeah, I don't mind also this more minimal, but there is something, so I can feel it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah, it's very good. I feel like there was, if there was one more thing that will make me connect to it, like boom, and then hook, and then I'll remember it. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
then this now, if now that I stopped it, I don't really remember what it was. I just remember some atmospheric kind of thing,
Ah, yeah,
and
okay. What you
and
mean.
I don't have this kind of hook. It doesn't matter what it was. This kind of, oh, this stands out, because I
Yeah.
remember if I would be like looking at the vinyl or the file, I would be like, okay, this is the spacey thing, That's what I remember. I don't even now, 2 seconds after we finished,
Ah, okay.
but that's what I'm missing. Let's see what Kevin has done. Another local guy in our Twitch world. Yeah, but well, let me tell you the problem. What I feel about this. Of course, it sounds a very demo and the jam that you did. If you would ask me what I would do, I would be not using the same boom, 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 boom all the time, and then start with doing some variations on that and do a little bit of less. Then it will be in this direction. There's a lot of music that's been written in this way, which is, after 5-6 times that you hear the same loop, you're done with it, for
Yeah.
me.
The beginning was good. The beginning.
Yeah.
Then
But then you need to cut from it and then you go back. That's the whole thing about all this dynamic about creating this music. The beauty is this dynamic of you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out. You need to look at the music as other, as you look at any other music, listen to the music, and it's not always the same thing. unless it's accompanying. If it's a lead, imagine me just taking guitar and just doing a solo 7 minutes on the song, and the same thing. Or I do the bass lines, it's not like this. Even when you hear jazz, you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out. The same thing about this. It's that's how you build dynamic in music.
Here you should be able to create a how you say in English, voyage, a trip.
Yeah, a trip, exactly. And the trip usually it's in dynamics because it's not a flat. Even when you fly, it's never a flat thing. It's up and down. You jump, you bounce, you this. There's a lot of elements of being in a journey. If you just walk in the straight line all the time, it's nice, but it's not a straight line. Also,
Yeah, journey, exactly. Yeah, because the drums are cool.
yeah.
It must
There's
feel
a lot of good elements. It's just being. Also, I always tell them just being less lazy and just cutting stuff and working and keep on creating. More and more of what you have. That's all I'm saying. But a good effort, a good start of stuff. See what we got next. Presia. think. What do you think?
No, for me, I like it actually.
It was really
Like
special.
the previous one, maybe if a little bit more changes,
Hmm.
would be better. But
But
it's
like
not.
people said, good tension and good energy too, and it was very. I was curious to see what's gonna happen,
Yeah, this is
which
the.
which is a good thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would work on it some more, and yeah, more changes. It's a problem because you hear it with a lot of I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself. You gotta get over the loop mode, especially now. Ableton.
Mm.
A lot of people are working on an Ableton, and Ableton is a loop based, and all life now became a loop based music.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta break free from this loop. This loop is your prison as a creator. I never use loops of any kind. Even my kicks, I write them one by one.
Mhm.
You gotta break free of this loop. If you don't break free of this loop, you're gonna get stuck in that loop. I
Yeah.
know it's not, but it's not Groundhog Day here, Michael. And I'm sorry, I'm talking to the chat, and we gotta do other stuff to get out of it. It's shit is hard enough. Don't make the music. Don't make the music loopy. Also, too much loopy. Tiago, what did you bring to us? I'll walk with you wherever you want. I'll walk with you with this kick. I know this kick.
comment.
Hmm.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it was nice. Uh, the whole idea and where it's going was really cool. The vibe is very cool. I just missed the crescendo here. This is the place for a crescendo, a big one, a
Yeah.
big melody, like big pads in the background. Take it to the next level. It was very cute.
Mhm.
It's kind of like
You mean it's
I would
missing?
make it's a big room in a very small room kind of mentality.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
That's what
agree.
it's missing.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Izzy, let's move forward. I want to find something. We have two that we heard was very good. Let's hear the next one. If you ask me, the last part is the best part. This part, and this should have come instead of all this break. I don't know why I need to hear the melodies in the break, and then listen to them again. It would be nicer if it would just go from the beginning to this part, go down, and then instead of the whole break, very Italo kind of vibe, very kind of space disco, kind of like opening this kind of situation instead of this.
The vibe is nice.
Yeah, no, the vibe is there. It's totally there. It's just this kind of the restructure of this. I don't understand. I always ask people, why do they do a break there? What's the purpose of the break? A break from what? Where does it build to? Instead of taking the parts, sometimes to keep with a kick and tum 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 tum. This is a break. Already especially when it's a melodic tune, people don't understand when it's a melodic tune. When you don't do the melody, it's already a break. You know what I mean? Instead of thinking, okay, this is a break now, hands in the air. No, it's not, because you do hands in the air in the break, and then you do hands in the air. No, I'm not gonna keep my hands like this. I get tired. So either I dance, I'm in the spot, and I'm going left, I'm going right, or you're doing something that will build to this. This has a good potential for it. It's just about restructuring it and forget about this break.
Yeah.
Just bring it, and that's it. I'll be happy about it. That's all you need.
Exactly.
Other than that, good sounds, very special, very kind of like, kind of like interesting interesting situation there.
The break is not easy. I mean, it's an issue. Anytime you have to really understand where it needs and where it not needs, because
Yeah.
it's not easy things, because some tracks really don't need a break. But
Why
some
would
other,
I take a break if I'm having fun?
I
If
prefer,
something is
yeah,
good, why would I take a break? Sometimes if it's too good.
honestly, I prefer always a break when there is a possibility. But of course, some tracks they really don't need it. So
No.
otherwise, you spoil all the mood, all the vibes. So better to keep it like this, more progressive.
Yeah. 100%. And other than that, really nice.
Mhm.
And if you work on it and send us again, I would love to hear it. Let's see if this one needs a break. From your face, I see that this is for you. I can feel it. This one you like. He's a very cool artist. He's doing a lot of great stuff. This is the less progressive thing I've heard from him.
It means a lot to me.
That's the vibe I was waiting from him.
It means a lot to me.
New York house.
It means a
Dum,
lot
dum,
to me.
dum, dum.
It means a lot to me. 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 It means a lot to me.
I'll let you go first, and then I have a lot of good things to say.
Thank you. Finally, something for my taste. I love
Yeah.
this sound. In general, it's
Yeah.
very. Personally, I like the first part and the last part. In the middle, there is something it could improve. I think it's too long. It could just be shorter.
Mhm.
Maybe arrange with it will work better. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unnecessary too long till the break, and then again also the break. You
Yeah,
may
I also skipped it because I felt like it was too much already.
exactly it
Yeah.
is much also for me. That's why that part starts to be a little bit boring because again it's repeating almost the same thing. So if it's a little bit less that part, and then start again the kick, I think will work perfectly.
Uh,
I mean,
this yes,
there is a certain part that lose energy, it lose.
yeah. This yes. A couple of other things I would like to say about it. Three things I think that could be to make it a huge track. It's one little less with the vocals. There was a little too much of the same vocals, which are vocals are nice, but it was a little much for me, of course. All I say is for me, a little too much. Play with it. Second of all, the melodic part. If it would change the notes, it will be way more memorable. Meaning it has some dynamic in the sounds, not the sound, like the notes themselves, the melody, tune, 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 and you can play with it. It's very easy. I'm sure it's a MIDI. And the third, it has an option to change the bass line note to become something very, very, very special together. Build this kind of instead of being very linear to be very kind of like dynamic and kind of has a story all of a sudden, as opposed to being a kind of a tune that builds you to another tune, to be a tune that's built itself, itself to a bigger tune, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's what I would do. I feel like Antoine, I feel like you're not sure about yourself about this track, but that's but go with it. This is the direction you need, because I think you have it in you. This is real groove. I just the other stuff, it will work in any way, but the other stuff will make it from a lot of people will play it or some people will play it. That's what I feel.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, next up.
The bass is good, really good idea. I mean,
Yeah, 100%, really good. Let's see what we're getting. Here's the next track. I'm looking for it. To this one we heard.
it's Francisco Garcia here.
This one we heard. I'm sorry, I didn't see the chat. Just looking for the next track. Organized. Let's see what's this. They know that I like compu rhythms.
Yeah.
Always work on me. I like bossa, fake bossa. I was more I expected more. It just wasn't so good for me, if I'll be honest.
The beginning was promising, but then
Yeah, this
again,
kind of scent, the
repeat.
cat scents,
Mhm.
not for me, to be honest. But I would take the bass line, the drums, and the arp that came, and build a new track from that. That's what I would do if I had this project. Again, I feel like I'm the anti-breaker. Again, the break is not in the right time. That's the problem, and nothing happened. Imagine that I will be. Let's say I would now start a sentence. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket,
Good example.
and then I bought some tomatoes and potatoes and this. What? What do you want? What is this kind of way to speak? With all due respect, what is this kind of way? Tell me some stuff. Take a breather. Tell me some more interesting stuff about that stuff that you said. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket and then I met somebody and he was like, all right, wait. And you gotta know what do you. If don't ask me what he told me. He told me that that person died from corona. Great track. That's a good story.
Yeah,
It's about the structuring. The sentences are okay. It's the structuring of the tracks.
yeah. It should be more organic, and this is the problem that I face the most, because some tracks really has good ideas. Also, the one before, good sounds if you
Mhm,
pick. But what is missing in a lot of track is the organic and structure.
mhm.
As you said, otherwise doesn't make sense. See if there is no story, there is no linear, nothing. It's just
Nope, this
something
doesn't make sense.
nice, but just left there, and not a good follow up. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
but your example fits perfectly.
Thank you. I try. Thank you. I hope. What is this? This is short. Sometimes we get the odd music, but I like to listen to the odd music.
Townies, I fuck with Audis, drunk and rowdy, up and valley on the grind of ground beef, and the grind of ground beef, and the grind of ground
This is the kind of music that's only breaks.
town alley.
I appreciate getting sent this kind of stuff, but even from the old balls, this is not the this is not the style that I like. A lot of time we get sent like trap and this kind of music, which is great, but I don't like it. It's like whatever. I can't even say. I feel like somebody took the music that we like and just it ruined it for us, basically. That's what it feels like.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but thanks for coming to the show and keep on coming to the show and listen to the stuff. And I like the fact that people can make music. You can just make music which is honestly and more authentic and less stuff that you hear on the radio or the charts and you want to make because of whatever.
Yeah,
Don't make music for the wrong reasons.
yeah.
That's all I can say about it. Just don't make music Francesco Garcia. Let's just don't make music for the wrong reasons. That's all I want to say. Zombies in Miami. That's the remix competition on Permanent Vacation. I'm playing more remix competition from Permanent Vacation than our remix competition. That everybody should go to the Discord. You have the link here. Go download the stems, work on that, subscribe, and let's see what you got. Oh wait, forgot to press play. One too many claps. I really like the second part.
Sorry.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I can hear a little bit of confusion at a certain point. Also, after the break, it sounds like different.
A different tune.
Exactly. Not
Yeah.
really but it's like as you said before, when you are talking about something and then you change topics, you change. It's
It's a whole different story.
I was going in somewhere and then I had to change direction.
Yeah.
It brought me some
I
different.
enjoyed the second part so much that I forgot the first part. So I would leave just the second part for me and go from there. And yeah, a little bit stuff like it's people say here, hi-hats, this kind of stuff. It's okay, nothing special, but still nothing. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Let's see what. But other than that, do a remix for Moscow Man. Don't do a remix. Don't send me remixes from Parent Vacation. They have their own thing. Oh, Yasin, what have we done for you to grace us with a 4 on the floor and not a breakbeat kick? Thank God. What happened? London is back. You're gonna make some events in London, so you have a club to play for. It's a good track. That's all I can say about it.
Very?
Hmm?
What you said?
I said it's a very good track, yeah.
Yeah, but something already heard. I don't find nothing really,
Not new. Nothing
yeah,
new.
yeah. This is the thing for me. But yeah, it's okay, but nothing new.
It replaces older stuff. There is tracks like this also. I just feel like, I wish people will do more, but it's okay. It takes time. It's a process to create new stuff.
Yeah.
Les jeunes! I'll tell you the problem with this demos. It's for me. It's either you send me something which is very raw, and then I'm like I can hear this and this and this, or you send me something which is sonically amazing, and I will be like wow. And this was missing. Something that's sonically crazy. Because this kind of music, it's all about the sound design. It's not about anything else.
In fact, the beginning I think is interesting. There is something interesting, but the second part it's less interesting for me.
Yeah, it's very flat in this kind of situation, but yeah. I want to remind everybody before, I think this is the last track. I want to show people that we just released the weekly number 2. I don't know. I forgot that there was no show on there wasn't a show on Monday, so this I'm gonna just paste it in the chat. I'm so slow today. I think I think it's hay fever already or whatever. I pasted it on the chat and I can open it. I don't know if you guys heard it. This is the tunes that I love the most from last week for mystery season. If you guys remember, really good stuff. And Rebenok. Really, really good track. This I wish I had a club to play it. And Picos from Israel, they did this amazing bossa vibe. This one you will like. So every week we're doing this kind of weekly selection of the tunes that I like the most on the show. One of the tracks could have been the one that we heard from Cam Otto, the one that sent 2 tracks. Both of them was good, but I like the first one for this kind of vibe. So yeah.
Wow, this is really, really cool.
Yeah, man, thanks for the... If they get a formal release, I don't know. Always people want to know stuff. I don't know. Life is life. Enjoy what you got. Forget about what's going to happen in the future. It's already released. It's on Bandcamp. What do you want more than that? We want it to be on Spotify and made for top 1,000. Who cares? It's music. It's out. You can go. You can listen. You can stream it. You can do whatever you want. It's there. You can download. Thank you so much, Mimo. Thanks for this time. It passed very fast. This 2 hours.
Yeah,
I wish we had a little bit more music, but we heard all of it. People are, I think, they take their time, and but hopefully we can do it again, and we have more music. And kudos on the latest release that you did. I don't know. It's a reissue that you did on Defected, or is it original?
Which one?
The latest that came out on Defected with Henrik Schwartz remix.
Yeah,
Chago, it came out already? Chago?
No, it will be out only in the album of Emmanuel Jal.
Yeah.
And this is something else we did together with Henrik. Yeah, it was not done before. I mean, it's
not like it's original on Defected. It's not like great stuff, man, and everything you guys are doing is great. Especially, like we said, stop putting it in in boxes and whatever, just make music and whatever it is,
Yeah, we must not confuse. I mean, each people have their own role. Our role is not to judge, not to define the music. We produce music. We do what we like. Then other people tell us what is this, what is that. It's not. We don't have any problem. So I think this is also important when a producer to approach any remix or anything. They should not actually. They should really be free of this should be really open mind. Anytime they approach something, they should really follow the flow. Then whatever comes out, then they can adjust or something, but they should not. Music is always, I think, about inspiration. When there's no inspiration, yes, you can still produce music, but it's just one of another track. It's nothing special. You can feel it's special when it's inspired, and this is also what I wish to say. If I can give a suggestion, I mean, don't start already thinking I want to do this. Yes, of course, you start. Well, you should have an idea, okay, but first you should be inspired. If you just want to do things by force, just because you want to, as you said, be on Spotify, on Beatport, on that, you don't get anywhere. And especially now, we have this advantage because with this, internet evolution, I think we have a great opportunity today. We have the same level of the known and unknown name today are on the same level. Because if you do a production and you put on the net, you go on YouTube, you get your music reach everywhere and reach every people. So if your music is good, if you reach, I think I'm very positive, reach the right people, and you can be still noted. You can build your own exposure, okay, but with your own music, with your own original. So you should not. I think you should not fear to put it out. What it's really you, what you really want to release,
Exactly.
because it's always the same thing. You should not follow the wave. You should actually create the wave.
Exactly. And then you follow your own rules in a different box. That's the start of it. But always try to lead in your own kind of world, and don't. These stores are stores. People forget this is like a supermarket. Of course, people. This is where the vegetable is, and this is where the meat is, and this is this. And people need this category. But the fact but don't be a tuna in a can. Be free to be whatever you want, and that's it. And don't forget about where they put you in the supermarkets. Nobody cares about this. And also, don't go to the supermarket and try to recreate a product that's there with a different branding. It's the same kind of thing. Don't.
Exactly.
Make your own supermarket.
So
that's what we do. And after a while, we become a supermarket also. So people send us the same product. But, it's up to us if we want to change or not.
You really must be strong and believe what you are doing. Because when I started with these Afro things, a lot of people smiling at me, this Afro is not, it's always considered like
lower quality,
lower quality. So now you see how the thing has changed. So I think we should not even pretend to do something like what, even if you give your little contribution on what is existing, it's already a small revolution, because here in the world, nobody invented anything, right? It's everything.
All remixed.
Yeah, remake. We took it from this, from that. So this is the thing. Each of us, if we, like also you, bring your own originality with your sound, your label. If each other label or other artists are able to do this, imagine how beauty we can hear, how many different things, and from there, how many other sound can be developed. And not to be looped, as you said.
A lot of people are conformists, and they go with the line, They don't want to go step outside of the line, and that's okay also, by the way. But Michael ask you where's the inspiration comes from. Inspiration can come from anywhere. I started the label as a spite to myself, to prove to people that I can do it. After a while, I found that the real passion is in the music. It doesn't matter. The inspiration comes and goes. You can be very inspired one day. At the end of the day, it's grinding. When you grind and you do what you believe, it happens. Yesterday, we had in the show 300 people. Today, we have 40 people. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to do the show. In my case, Mimo here is still going to release music that he loves. That's his purpose in life. That's the inspiration. It's the purpose in life. Life is the inspiration. That's what I feel.
And also a really big amount of passion, because today what is happening with the producer is like what happened in the past with the DJs. In the past, a lot of them were DJs, but not because they love the music, just because they love to be watched by girls, to be, to be like, cool. I'm a DJ. Now, something is happening being a producer, but honestly, you have to be really not, as I said, not have to pretend to put everything, but that small important to offer something original and authentic and honest. If you are honest with you are honest with the people, and your music will reach the same what you want to reach, and you will get even more satisfaction because it's you. It's not something a copy of somebody else, or it's not something fake. So it's you, and you have your own sound, and that's it. Even today, you can start. In fact, as few people to follow you. Then, if you continue and you don't give up, maybe it will become something bigger. I mean, that's
The
it.
inspiration should come from the work. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I mean,
You work. And about what you said, a lot of people are doing this and that. No, I never worry, because I always say there's no bullshit in music. There's no bullshit. Good music is good music, and I will tell all the people that come here, and I'm honest with them. You can't bullshit people like us. We heard a lot of music. Good music is good music. There's something in it. When there's something in it, it works. When it's a loop of a loop of a loop of a loop, amazing. You'll be able to, you'll hot one day, the next day you're gonna be cold. The work is the inspiration. The work is the process. The work. Keep on working. Keep on creating. Keep on working. Keep on creating. It's not about becoming a hit.
I see. It's the same thing when we give a feedback. Okay, I don't like to give good feedback, just to please somebody. That is also what some DJs they do. Just to please you. They say, okay, it's nice, but then in the fact they don't give a shit.
Interests, it's okay. I
So-
don't judge them.
So it's important, even if sometimes it's not what we want to hear, but it's important and honest feedback. Even if I said it's not good, maybe you will be not happy, but with the time, I'm sure you will understand. You will even appreciate me, because with my constructive critics, you can improve. You have to, if you listen. Then of course, if you don't want to listen, it's not, But
this is the reason of the show also. And with all due respect, like I always say, I'm not their mother or their father. I don't need to tell them that they're doing well or not doing well. It's their choice to listen to it as much as they want or not. Nobody is forced to be here. That's all. In any case, I wanna finish this in a good note, and thank you very much for your time. And I'm gonna jump. There is a good friend of mine that is my mentor and the person that taught me how to DJ 20 years ago, and is one of my best friends. And he started his own kind of DJ show here on Twitch. So I'm gonna bounce all the people there, and I'm gonna thank you all. And guys, we're gonna see you on Friday with Kasper Bjorke, which is gonna be very nice also. And thank you, Mimo, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks to you. I wish I was able to bring my contribution and to help somebody in
For
doing
sure.
it. And thanks to everybody who has listened to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I'll see you soon, guys.
Thank you. Bye.